Hi everyone, just a WhatsApp video for you, just to keep you going through the lockdown. Hope everybody's okay and all your family's safe. We're all doing very well here, as you can see. It's great, isn't it? The weather, thank God for the weather, or else we'd all go mad. Anyway, so we're going to start by warming up. So standing with your feet hip distance, tummy held in, chest open, arms by your side. Think about a piece of string lifting you through the crown of the head. Don't lift your chin like that. You don't want to do that. Just think about being lengthened through the crown of the head. From here, just going to roll your shoulders. Good. And then back. And then drop both arms to the sky. Pull the tummy muscles in. Try not to arch your back. Tendency to do that as you lift your arms and let your rib cage lift. Try not to do that. So lifting and down. Then add in a squat. Arms go behind you, lifting up, reaching, and then down. Arms go behind, lifting. This time, as you come back up, you're going to lift your arms towards the sky and lift the chest up, keeping the hips still, and then just look gently up to the sky. And then swing forward, down into a squat, arms go behind you. All the way up, pull the tummy muscles in, extend through the spine. Good. So it looks like this. You're not going to send your hips forward. You're just going to keep the hips still, arms up, and then extend so that you're extending through the thoracic spine, the mid spine, which gets quite tight. Down, back up, lift the arms up, and extend. Good. From here, keeping the arms towards the sky, take a breath in, nod the chin towards the chest, allow the shoulders to roll forward, reach the fingertips out in front of you so you're stretching through the shoulders. Keep your knees bent if you need to, if your hamstrings are quite tight. Reach towards the floor, just let your head and arms dangle, draw the tummy muscles in and peel back up. So we lift up, breathing in, nodding the chin, stretching the fingertips away, rolling through the shoulders, that's it, all the way down. Then just let your arms and head relax. Think about drawing the tummy muscles in, the tummy button, and then peeling slowly up. Just one more. This time lift, extend, nod the chin, stretch the fingers forward, reaching through the shoulders. Big breath in here, and exhale to pull the tummy muscles in. Good. From here, this time take one arm to the sky, lift it so you feel like you're really lifting through the rib cage. The other hand goes to the floor and you extend, you laterally bend to the side. Breathe in here to really open up the rib cage, and then exhale, lift up to the sky, lift up through the rib cage. Breathe in, send the other hand to the ground. Breathe deeply here, and there we go. And one more to each side, lifting up, lift up through the ribs, other hand goes to the floor, reach the fingertips to the sky. Breathe deeply and exhale. Last one, lifting up and over, breathing in and exhale. Fab. From here, breath in, nod the chin, slowly peel down. Let those arms dangle, head dangles. Knees soft if you need to. Breathing in here. Exhale, come up. Good. From here, take the legs wider than hip distance. Depending upon how your knees are, you might want to have the toes facing forward or at an angle. That's fine, okay? Just depends. You've got a little bit of knee problem, whichever's the most comfortable for you. Taking your arms out in front of you, and then you're going to sit back down onto your bottom. Sending your bottom out. Imagine you're sitting on a chair. Sitting down, pressing the knees open to open up the hips and work the inner thighs. So the weight feels like it's on the outer edge of each foot. Good. And down. We've got 3 more. 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Take the hands, take them all the way to the mat. Straighten out the legs. Again, soft bend if you need to on the knees. Let the head dangle, look through the gap. Take the hands back through the gap as far as you can. Breathe deeply here. And exhale. One more time, breathing in and exhale. Slowly, slowly pull those tummy muscles in and peel up. Good. From here, take both arms out, lengthening through the fingertips. Think about the arms lifting out through the shoulders. From here, keep the legs in this position. Take a breath and rotate round. Looking behind you, keeping those arms nice and long. Breathe deeply here and exhale to rotate to the other side. Try to keep the weight evenly distributed through the feet, keeping the hips forward. And one more to each side. Good. From here, bring the arms down, walk the feet back in. Keep both feet together tightly. From here, you're going to pull the tummy muscles in. Think about tightening the legs and the inner thighs coming together. And you take a breath in. Now as you exhale, float up onto the toes, keeping the heels together. Tighten the buttocks and pull the tummy muscles in. If you do that correctly, you should go directly up onto your toes. If you don't use your tummy muscles or your buttocks, you tend to just go forward. So it really is hard on your toes. Whereas if you come up, the balls of your feet and your toes do the work as well. So we're coming up and down, and up and down. This time you're going to stay up on your toes and just bounce up and down, so your heels won't touch the mat. They're just going to come up and down, squeezing your legs together. Tighten those buttocks. Good. From here, take the feet into first position. So the heels are together, inner thighs, standing nice and tall. Take your arms out of your knee to counterbalance. Breathe deeply, keep those heels together and down. Heels together and down. The temptation is to let the heels separate. Try and squeeze the legs together, tighten the buttocks and back. Good. Keeping the heels together, we're going to just bounce as we did with the feet together. So we're here and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This time, keeping the heels together, bend the knees and back. Get a little stretch down the calves and down. And one more. Good. From here, bring the feet hip distance. This time, sit back down, counterbalance the arms, and here we go. Squeezing the buttock each time you come back up. And 3 more. Take one foot back so that both feet are hip distance. The heel of the back leg is off the mat. Keep your body as upright as you can. Take your arms forward to counterbalance. Bend your back knee. As you bend your back knee, the front knee should bend, but it shouldn't shoot further over the toe. And come back up. Squeeze the buttock as you come back up. So you're using the buttock muscles to bring you back into position. Remember, if your knees are a little bit sore, don't go so low. Sometimes it's difficult if your toes are quite stiff. As we get older, that becomes a bit more difficult. So only go as low as you're happy to. Take that foot forward, take the other foot back, heel off the mat, and again, off we go. Breathing in and out as you feel you want to. Good, and make this your last one. Taking both feet hip distance, we're going to take one foot off the floor into standing tabletop. And we're going to keep that position with the knee, keep your balance, and then just use the long bone. Your femur here is just going to be like a pendulum in your hip. Trying to keep your upper body as still as possible. Remember, if you're struggling with your balance, just to go to the wall, somewhere that can help you so you feel a little bit unstable. So we've got 3 more, 2 and 1, and then we're going to swap to the other side, leg into tabletop, tummy held in, and off we go. If you think your balance is quite good, so challenge yourself. Try and lift the toes off the floor. So you keep the foot down but the toes off. We tend to grab on with our toes, which then weakens the rest of our foot. Good. And then from here, bro. Taking a breath, nod the chin, slowly peel down again. Remember, for those people who are osteoporotic, flexion isn't always the best thing to do, but you do need to still be able to flex in life, so always do that nice and gently. Good. Then from here, bend the knees slightly as if you're going to sit down. Take your hands behind your knees here. So from here we're going to do a standing cat stretch. So take a breath in, as you exhale, pull the tummy muscles in, the tailbone tucks, and you just curve through the spine, thinking about the head, looking towards the belly button. Big stretch here, breathe deeply, and then as you exhale, send the tailbone towards the sky, flatten out the back, take the shoulders back, and look ahead. Breathing in, exhale, tuck that tailbone, reach through the spine, let the head drop. Big breath to hold that, to really open up the back of the chest, and then exhale to come out and flatten the back. Couple more for me. Then from here, let the hands dangle again, head dangles, big breath in, slowly peel up. Coming to the back of the mat, we're going to peel down, all the way down, and walk out till we're into a 4-point kneeling position. So the hands, one hand is directly under each shoulder, the knee is directly under each hip. Got a nice flat back. Imagine you've got a tray on the back, a tray of drinks, you don't want to spill them. And from here we're just going to do a regular cat stretch. So you're tucking the tailbone, the spine goes towards the ceiling. You feel like you're reaching the weight away from your hands. Big breath in, exhale, flatten out, let dip, and then looking directly ahead. Curve through the spine, up again, big breath at the top, and exhale, through bottom, and extend. Couple more for me. And last one. This time take the weight back so you're sending your bottom back towards your heels. From here we're going to do a cat stretch in this position, so there's not much weight going through the hands at the moment. You're going to tuck your tailbone to create an arch, untuck, extend the spine. Think about sending the chest through the gap between your arms. So this time the tailbone tucks into a curve. You can breathe there at the top, and then exhale to blow all the air out and come through into that position. Couple more for me. Good. And then back into a child's pose. Hands go forward, rest of the hands onto the mat. Heel, bottom goes back to the heels. Again, depending upon how much movement you've got in your knees, how tight your shins are. Very difficult position for some people to be in. So just try your best. Good. Breathing in. And then from here we're going to come back onto all fours. We're going to tuck the toes under, and then we're going to send our bottom back. That's a big stretch for the toes. So if you've got arthritis or any issues with the toes, you must be really careful here. But it's very good to stretch out the toes. Some people will be able to come up onto their knees and then sit directly down, and that is quite painful, especially for me on my left foot. So if you've got a problem with your toes, just be careful. From here back onto all fours, untuck the toes, and then come back down and sit directly onto your heels. Again, tight shins make that difficult. Tight knees, any knee injuries, but we're just trying to stretch off the front of the shins. Coming back onto all fours, we're going to tuck those toes, we're going to go up into a down dog, sending the heels towards the floor and the chest towards the thighs. So you're feeling a stretch through your side of your ribs here. Then you're going to come back and we're just going to pedal. So we're going to have our one heel goes to the floor with the leg straight, the other leg bends and the heel comes off the mat, and we're just going to go from side to side. Modification for that would be to just stay in the position or come down and just have your knees off the mat like that, and you can come in and out of that if you want to modify it. But if you're still doing this, we're going to do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it and then come back down onto your knees, untuck your toes and return to child's pose. Arms out in front, nice stretch. Then take the right hand through the gap between the left hand and the knees. Stretch forward, reaching the left hand forward and reaching the right hand to the side. Breathe deeply there. And exhale. Good. One more time. Breathing in. And exhale. Take the other hand out. So the right hand goes out forward, the left hand goes through the gap. Breathing deeply. And exhale. And one more time. And exhale. Good. Then from here, triceps, the worst one. Everybody hates this. So remember, this should be troublesome. If it's easy, I would probably guarantee you're doing it wrong. So try and watch this one. So you're going to have your weight over your hands. You're going to send your weight forward, which makes that quite hard already. You're going to bend the elbows, but keep the weight forward and push back up. Now you should feel that here on your triceps. A lot of people do this. They bend and then they send their bottom back and they do that. Now I could do that all day, yeah? that just does not have any effect. But if I take my weight forward, keep my weight forward, and I can instantly feel that on my triceps. So we're going to come back, sit back down, and then we're going to do 5 more. So you're going to breathe in, and then we're going to go exhale back into position, and little staccato breaths for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and back. Good. Just take the hands forward, a nice stretch. And then from here, just going to turn so you can see, we're going to just loosen off the wrists. Going to take one hand, back of the hand onto the mat, and then we're just going to straighten out the arm. And you should get a little stretch through here. Quite good for your wrists, especially if you've been spending a lot of time computing. Okay? And then from here, release that, take the other hand to the mat, and then straighten out the arm. So a lot of people, as they get older, find anything weight bearing through their hands and wrists quite difficult. As long as when you do an exercise, you're not followed by 3 or 4 days of pain, then you really need to keep some weight bearing going through your arms. Okay, very important for your strength as you get older. And keep those muscles and bones stretchy and dense. Good. Now from here, you're going to come down onto your tummy. Hands wide position. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, lift the head, the chest, and keeping the hips on the mat. Draw the shoulders down so that you don't lose your neck here. We don't want to be in this position. You want to be really working the shoulders to keep your neck nice and long. So as you can see, my extension, I'm quite tight. A lot of people can get a little bit higher off the mat. So breathing in here, exhaling, peeling down. Good. Breathe in, head, chest, ribs, then my elbows come off the mat. Breathing deeply at the top, and exhale. Elbows go down, chest. Breathing in, exhale, peeling all the way up. Good. And we've just got one more. From here, grab a hold of your right foot with your right hand, keeping your head relaxed on the mat. Now, from here, just take a breath and just hold that position. You should feel a big stretch to the front of your thigh, your quadriceps. What we're looking for here is to try and get the heel towards the bottom. Now, often the case is we can't. Some people can struggle just to even get their hand to hold onto the foot. So if you've got a dressing gown cable, belt, pop that round the foot and use the dressing cable to hold on to the foot. So your foot might be out there, but you still may get a good stretch through the front of your hip. It's your body, you know when it's been stretched. Okay, so hold it there. And if you find this really, really easy, just tighten the buttock, the right buttock there, and then that will send the hips slightly more to the floor and you'll get a bigger stretch. And release. Swap over to the other side. So my left knee, because I've had surgery on it, sometimes it's very difficult for me to get a hold of my left foot. So again, it could be because if you can't get a hold of your foot, it could be because your knee's not letting you. But if you can, if it's not painful, if you try and persevere, because I'm actually managing to get that now, and I couldn't do that for quite some time. So holding it, again, tighten that left buttock if you need to, just to give you a bit more of a stretch, and then release it. Real. From here, we're going to come back and sit onto our bottoms. So we're sitting up with our legs out in front of us. Now some people find it really difficult to sit up straight and keep the legs straight. So if you need to, sit on a pad. And that takes away a lot of the stress from the hip flexors, because there's no point doing an exercise if your body already feels stressed before you even start, okay? Because you're not going to do yourself any favours. So think about sitting up again through the crown, so a piece of string lifting you up through the crown of the head, so the chest lifts. It's not just the head that does this, okay? So the head lifts, your hands are by your side, okay? From here, I just want you to take a breath, nod the chin gently towards the chest. Slowly peeling over, now just let those hands slide up by the side of the legs and then reach them forward. Not onto the toes, just reach forward. And then lift up, stacking the spine so you're lifting up nice and tall. And then circle those hands round and come to heel. So tummy held in, chest open, piece of string lifting. Breathe deeply. Nod the chin. Allow those shoulders to gently roll over. Really think about using your tummy muscles just to support that lower back. Your hands slide forward. Then they lift. So they're reaching towards the toes but above the toes, okay? From here, lift up and circle round. Breathing in. Nod the chin, slowly peeling forward. Good. Lifting up and round. We have 3 more. Breathing in and exhale, lifting. Stacking that spine up, using the tummy muscles all the time to support your lower spine. All the way. And up. And round. Breathing in. And exhale, lifting. And round. Good. Loosen off the legs a little bit. Keep the feet flexed to you this time. Take a breath, nod the chin, and just slide the hands down the legs and slowly reach towards the toes. Breathe deeply here and exhale. Now, from here, just coming forward so you can see a little bit easier. You're going to sit up nice and tall. You can use your hands to lift you so that your back is nice and strong, okay, nice and straight. So you can use them just to give you a bit of support. Your feet are flexed towards you. You're going to lift your right foot off the mat a little bit, about ½ an inch, and take it all the way out to the side and bring it back and drop it down. And lift it and bring it back. We're going to repeat that 6 to each side. So you can do all 6 on one side, or you can alternate. What happens when we lift our legs normally, this is what happens for some people, you lift the leg and you lean back, yeah? I want you to try and really keep your body upright. And take it out, pop it back down and out. Not too fast. Breathing in on the way out and exhale on the way back. Sitting up as tall as you can. Use your hands a little bit, your arms just to give you a bit more support. You'll notice here that your hip flexors will really start to engage in order to lift that leg. A couple more if you can. Then from here, lift the hands to the ceiling and flex over and reach towards your toes. And then back. From here, taking the arms out in front of you, breathing deeply and then exhaling to sequentially land each vertebrae onto the mat. Good. Take the hands overhead, take a breath in, nod the chin, pull those tummy muscles in and exhale to slowly peel back up. Now, top tip, if your lumbar spine is quite curved at the bottom, you can take a small cushion like this, pop it in behind you, and that will give you a bit of help on returning to seated. So it has to be a nice flowed movement. What happens is a lot of people get to this point and they throw their arms forward and they snap up. What I'd rather you did is you go all the way here, and if you can't get any further, then just roll all the way back down like that. And just put your spine into the flexion. And then what will happen is, with a bit of luck, as you get a bit stronger, and as your spine gets more accustomed to it, and your tummy muscles work harder, you'll find